G'day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at patch 10.1. I'm not too certain how you guys like these videos, not too certain about anything really to do with this content. Don't traditionally do preview content, so let me know if you enjoy it. But otherwise we'll take a look just briefly at what's coming in patch 10.1 and just give people a heads up on basically the dates and everything you need to know. So Season 2 will come with patch 10.1. Season 2's achievements will begin on the 10th of May, or the 9th of May. However, the actual season will change over on the 2nd of May. And this will concur with the release of the new zone, whereas the 9th and 10th of May will be the release of the new mythic content. Now it looks like they are bringing some new season achievements. The first is Dragonflight Season 2 Master, which requires you to complete one of the two following achievements, or three I should say. Challenger 2, Dragonflight Season 2, Heroic Aberrus the Shadow Crucible, or Dragonflight Keystone Master Season 2. So that's a Mythic Plus, a PvP, and a Raid achievement. This will reward you with a Draconic Mark of Mastery, which you can bring to Norsco the Proud at the Obsidian Rest in Zaralek Cavern to receive powerful equipment. Could be heroic or maybe a mythic piece of gear, could be quite cool. Then complete one of the following achievements. This is Hero, so this is a step down, and this is obviously Dragonflight Keystone Hero, this is a step up I should say. Elite Dragonflight Season 2 and Mythic Scale Commander Sarkareth. And this will reward you with Obsidian Apectral Earthstone. This infuses your armor, unlocking additional visual effects for certain Aberrus the Shadow Crucible class set appearances. This effect is account-wide, so that's pretty interesting. I've never seen them place a cosmetic item before. I think it's quite cool. We have a new raid, Aberrus the Shadow Crucible. Millennia ago, Neltharion established Aberrus, a secret laboratory where he conducted world-altering experiments. Recently discovered, Aberrus is now under attack from all sides as they seek the information of Neltharion's secret lab. You can now have cross-faction Mythic, cross-realm, and Hall of Fame eligibility. So basically you can do cross-faction raiding for everything. Cross-faction guilds, cross-faction raiding. I think it's time we drop the walls of factions and just kind of proceed with what we want to do. There's a new world boss, the Zakali Elders, I believe it is pronounced, although I could be horrendously butchering it, and you can find them in the Zaralek Cavern. So again, just a bit more world content and traditional content for players. It's important to note that there will be two new currencies, and we'll touch upon that a little bit just now, that you can use to upgrade your gear. A new gearing system that will help facilitate players who are coming back and players who are returning, and world quests and world bosses will contribute one of those currencies. We have a new dungeon rotation with Brackenhide Hollow, Halls of Infusion, Neltharion, and Elderman Legacy of Tyr being the current content dungeons. And then we have Freehold, the Underrot, Neltharion's Lair, and the Vortex Pinnacle. Honestly, Freehold being back gives me the heebie-jeebies, so not the biggest fan, to be honest with you. Mythic Plus and PvP Season 2 will also begin the week of May 8th. As I mentioned, that will be on the 9th. Alright, then we have the seasonal affixes. These are going to be changing. So basically, Tyrannical and Fortified will exist as they continue to, which I don't really like, to be entirely honest with you. Personally speaking, the rest of the affixes are okay. I hope they adjust them or divvy with them a little bit. We'll have to see, but Bursting, not a huge fan. Incorporeal, not a huge fan. Entangling, not a huge fan. Spiteful, not a huge fan. Just in general, still a mixed bag when it comes to those. Mythic Plus rewards, the following can be obtained by completing the Mythic Keystone dungeons. So you can get Keystone Conqueror, you can also get the Keystone Master, this will give you the Inferno Armadon, and you can get Dungeon Teleports, which is pretty cool. Then we have the new PvP season, again, so there's a new PvP gear, both Honor, Conquest, and Crafted PvP gear, which should assist players. and basically there's a new Obsidian Gladiator's Drake, a new Dragon Riding appearance, some new mounts, some new weapon illusions, some new tabards, a new pendant, and new elite weapon appearances. So this will give us obviously kind of a rough idea of everything that's coming for Season 2, but there's more to it than that. So if we take a look at, this one, there we go. If we take a little bit of a closer look at the raid, we can see just a rough idea. It's 9 bosses. The minimum item level for Raid Finder will be 390. On the week of May 8th, Normal, Heroic, Mythic, and Raid Finder Wing 1 will release. And then from May 22nd, 2 weeks later, Raid Finder 2. 2 weeks later, Raid Finder 3. And then another 2 weeks later, Raid Finder 4. You will find Khazara the Hellforged. You will find the Amalgamation Chamber, the Forgotten Experiments, Assault of the Zakali, Rashok the Elder, the Vigilant Steward Zhakan, Magmorox, Echo of Neltharion, and then Scalemander Sarkareth. Obviously, he, if you haven't played the Forbidden Reach, is kind of doing his own thing where he just, basically is being a bit of an ass, to cut a long story short. But yeah, realistically speaking, a pretty cool new raid. Obviously the standard kind of achievements, I think, as most people will see, they've listed all of the interesting little, kind of like achievements that you can do here, which are obviously up to your own accord to get. If you get the Glory of the Aberrus Raider, by completing all those achievements, you will get the Shadow Flames Shell Wing. And if you get the Ahead of the Curve, obviously that's great, and you can get Cutting the Edge as well. You'll get a title for completing it on Mythic, and of course you will receive some brownie points if you do so. But that's not all, actually. There is also one more thing to mention, and they mentioned very well in this article from the .esports. So I have linked it down below because this is where I saw basically a really good kind of preview of it. Obviously the Zaralek Cavern is going to be released. It's a new zone for us to kind of do world quests, objectives, rares, etc. in, with some new dragon riding glyphs and some new dragon riding assaults. Farak assaults, which is basically the same thing as Primal Storms, but in the Zaralek Caverns. But the big thing is this new gearing system. So this new gearing system, basically, as they mentioned here, you can earn 2 different currencies, Flight Stones and Shadow Flame Crests. And basically, Flight Stones can be earned by completing world quests, killing rares, running Mythic Plus dungeons, or killing a raid boss, whereas Shadow Flame Crests and their fragments will come from open world content, Mythic Plus dungeons, and raids. You'll be able to upgrade almost any piece of gear with these currencies except crafted PvP and top end gear that's already reached maximum level and stats. So how this will work comparative to things like Valor or comparative to things like Mythic Plus remains to be seen in its entirety, but it looks like there's going to be a way to consistently aspire or improve to reach your goals, which could be interesting. It would be quite similar, I think, to the concept of tomes in Final Fantasy. So for those who haven't played Final Fantasy, tomes essentially are content or currency that you get from doing any kind of content, be it lower level raids, LFG type content, fates, which are world quests, etc. And you can use these tomes to invest in gear to a certain tier. And it seems like this could go the same way. Basically, barring top-end PvP or mythic gear, you can basically acquire any piece or upgrade any piece of gear using these tokens, which could be good, could be bad, depends how quickly you gain them, depends how much it removes from the need to grind, but could also be a good thing at the end of the day. I know a lot of players like it in Final Fantasy because they're able to, kind of consistently work towards new gear goals, and I think that could be a good thing. But that's it. That's everything I wanted to touch on. I will leave a link to this article, and of course the rest came from the Blizzard website. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking for 10.1, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, and as always, bye.